What's up, Drinkwater here. Doing another cooking video on what?
Egg in a hole.
Egg in a hole. Basically, it's a piece of toast with a hole in the middle and an egg in the middle, right? Sorry, toast, hole, egg, right? Pretty good, yeah? Things you can need is a black iron pot, some salt, pepper, spray olive, egg, toast, spatula, butter.
And then you're gonna need a cutting utensil. We use a jar because we don't have a biscuit cutter, but you can use a biscuit cutter, you can use a knife, but this is just easy. Just use a circle cutter.
And also, real quick, I want to talk about using black iron pots, cast iron pots. It is the best cooking utensil to use. Pot, pan. It has a great heat retention and heat distribution. It's a non-stick surface. What else? Oh, cast iron pots will give you a flavor that no other pot can. And also, because it's iron, it will give you actually a little bit of iron in your diet, which is needed for all of us. Alright, this is Lady. Say what's up. So, whenever we get back, we'll show you how to cook this, alright? Yeah. Peace.
Okay. Alright, Bryce, we're back, and we're gonna now go ahead and cook the egg in the hole. So, I'm gonna talk you through all the steps you're gonna have to do to prepare and cook it. So, the first and probably most important step is making sure your black iron pot, if you're using one, and I recommend you use one. You have to clean it and prepare it. And if any of y'all don't know how to clean or do all that, clean it and do all that, we're gonna leave a link in the description down below, and that link is gonna teach you how to properly clean it. So once you cleaned it, you're gonna want to set your oven, your stovetop, on a low to medium heat setting. And the reasoning behind that is, if you put it too high on a black iron pot, it'll warp the black iron pot, and you don't want that. So once we do that, once it's heated up, you're gonna want to take your piece of bread and your cutting utensil, which we have a jar, and you're gonna want to put a hole in the middle of it just by doing this. And once it's done, you just take it out, and you could cook the hole that we made, or you can do whatever with it. Now I'm gonna eat it. So once you do that, you're gonna want to take your spray. You want to spray on it. Yep. And the reasoning why we're gonna spray it instead of just using butter is that black iron pots typically don't like butter on them, because butter sticks to it. So we're gonna use the spray to help with that. But since we are cooking with toast and eggs, we're going to use some butter. So what you're going to do is, now you're going to put the butter on here, and you're going to spread it around. This butter is going to be for your toast, so your toast's going to soak up some of this butter, because who doesn't like butter, and it'll help it not stick. So once we have that, you're going to take your piece of bread with the hole, and you're going to put it in. And when you put it in, you're going to want to kind of move it around a little bit, make sure it doesn't stick, and it's going to soak up all the butter that we just put on, and it's going to taste really good. So now that we have that, I'm going to put it a little bit higher because it's just still kind of soggy. So once we're done with that, since we are cooking eggs, we're going to put a little bit more butter in the middle to help with the egg not sticking. And also, this butter is going to melt and is going to go outward into your toast, so now your toast is going to have a lot more butter. And who doesn't like toast that butter? So now, once we have this pool of butter, we're going to take our egg, and we're going to crack it over it. And once we do that, we're going to let the egg cook and sit and cook for approximately 30 to 45 seconds. And while waiting, you can season your egg if you want. I'm going to you season it with whatever. I'm going to use pepper and salt just because they're basic ingredients. But you can go wild with it. You can put whatever you want. I know a lot of people down here in Louisiana likes their Tonys, so you can put your Tonys on it if you want.
Tony Sassers, baby.
The infamous Greg Drinkwater. So we're gonna let it sit for a little bit more, and once it's done cooking on that side, we're gonna flip it to let the other side cook as well. So to help grab the toast and to make sure that we don't break the egg, we're gonna spray the spatula a little bit with some of that to help. And then we're also gonna use this for some leverage. So we're gonna let this sit a little bit more. And when you flip it, you gotta watch out, because the whole point of this is to make sure this yolk does not break, because we're basically just frying an egg in the middle of a piece of bread. So I'm gonna grab it, and we're gonna flip it. Alright. I messed the flip up a little bit, but the yolk did not break, which is good. But because we have it's not cooked on the outside right here, we're gonna have to flip it over again. So now, same what we did, we're gonna have to let this sit for about 45 seconds, 30 to 45 seconds, and then once we do that, we're gonna flip it over, cook the side a little bit more, and then we'll be done. And yep, so we're gonna kind of move it around a little bit, make sure it's not sticking too much. And so we're going to see if we can flip it now. Try not to be too forceful with it, but you do have to put some force. Alright. So now we're gonna let it sit for a little bit, and it's gonna be done. Now you can cook it however you want. If you like your eggs really dry, like I do, I'm gonna let it sit for a little bit more. But if you like your eggs kind of runny, like a little wet, we can take them out. But the key idea to this is to make sure your yolk does not get cooked and that it runs, just like a fried egg. So, and then this brown around the toast, that means that butter we put in earlier got to it, and it made it should make a brown ring, and that means you're doing good. So now I'm just gonna flip it over again just to see. And as I said earlier, as I just said a few seconds ago, we got that brown ring right here. Really nice brown ring. So now it's done. You're gonna wanna take your good side, which is this side, to present to people, and we're gonna present it like that.
Presentation, woo!
And that's how you cook it. You can eat it however you want. You can just eat it like this with a fork and knife. You can do whatever. What I'm gonna do is I like to put a piece of cheese on top of it. What I'm doing, and just put a cheese on top of it. Let it sit for a little bit to get it kind of melted, and then pick it up like a piece of toast and just eat it like a piece of toast. You can also make another one of these and make like a breakfast morning sandwich if you want. You can cook some grits on top, put some grits on top of it. That's what my mom likes to do. Yeah, it's just a neat little way to eat breakfast in the morning and surprise some people.
All right, Bryce, thanks a bunch. We'll be right back, and I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna show Bryce eating this bad boy. Peace. Oh, my card's full, dude. It quit right.
Alright, YouTube, Bryce back. We just cooked our egg in a hole. And just to show y'all that I'm not messing with y'all, I'm going to take a few bites out of it just to show y'all what to expect. Some good stuff, and as you can see, I'm going to take a little bit more bites. As you can see, the yolk in the middle is still runny, which is really important. Alright, well, yeah, thanks YouTube for watching this video. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed it, or you should probably just do it anyway. And peace.